A very good morning to all of you, my dear friends. This is Shafiq Ahmed, and you're all welcome to your favorite YouTube channel. Let's learn together.
So what we have to discuss today about in this chapter, my dear students, welcome back. A very good morning to all of you. We have to discuss about the Great Bath. Means they were having really a great drainage system. Also, we have discussed that they were having great drainage system. Now they were having great bathing type of system. Also, you can see over here in the photograph in the image, the most important building on the citadel was the Great Bath. Citadel means that the structure that was there in the Harappan or the Mohenjo-daro cities. So they were having great bathing system also. You can see there is an image of over there also over here. So the Great Bath was lined with bricks. As you can see over here, the bricks are lined over there in the Great Bath. You can see in the image also. The Great Bath was lined with bricks, coated with plaster. Even you can see we are having also plaster at our homes also. So they were also having plaster type of system in the bricks also. So after laying down the bricks, they plastered it, they coated with it plaster, and they made watertight so that the water cannot pass, the water cannot pass through those bricks. So they made that very tight, watertight, with a layer of natural tar. That is a tar. It is also a material that is found naturally. So they were using this material. Name of the material is natural tar. Let me show you that material also in Google. Natural tar. Let me show you with the help of the image also, my dear students. I think that it is visible, that image. Natural tar. Let me show you with the help. You can see over here in the photograph. These are the natural tar which is found beneath the ground. So these people, the people of Mohenjo-daro, they were using this natural tar to what, to do what, to make the Great Bath watertight so that the water cannot pass through. This is the natural tar that you can see over here in the photographs, my dear students. You can see that black one. That is a natural tar which they were using. What they were using for it? They were using to make the Great Bath watertight so that the water cannot pass through those bricks. Now naturally it was rectangular in shape. They used to make their Great Bath in which shape? In rectangular shape, and they had stairs on all the four sides. You can see over here the stairs are everywhere so that the people can walk through, can come down to the bath and have a great bath and take a bath. So that they were having rectangular in shape and having stairs all around. You can see over here in the images. Let me show you. Now let me come to the next part of the chapter, which is there on the top. They were having ladder, or you can say stairs, on all the sides. It had two large doors also, which led into the complex from south and other from the north and east. So they were having two doors also. One is in the south and the other is from the north as well as in east also, so that they can come inside the bath with a lot of openings. And there were two openings, two large doors were also there. A series of rooms were also constructed. So they also kept in mind about changing clothes also after taking bath or before taking bath. So for changing the clothes, they also constructed a series of rooms, a lot of rooms also. Let us find the image. Let us find the rooms in the image. Can we find the rooms in the image? No, there are no rooms in the image. Then we can Google it also. We can Google the Great Bath. Let us see. Let us see in the Google the Great Bath at Mohenjo-daro. Yeah, let me search. Now you can see over here, these are the Great Bath that they used to construct, and they used to construct a series of rooms also around the bath so that they can use it for changing room. Let me show you in this image. You can see over here this point that I am pointing towards over here. This is the place. These are the places where they used to construct rooms for changing clothes also. After taking bath or before taking bath also, they can change the clothes. So these are the series of rooms rooms that they created, that I have shown here over in the image also. In this image also you can see these are the rooms along the bath, so that they can change the rooms. So they were very clever people, and they were not only constructing the bath, they were constructing the rooms for changing clothes also. So they were quite very good one, having a lot of knowledge. Now you can see in one room was a well to supply water to fill the tank also. So they constructed one room with a what? With a well also. So there was a well and it was connected with the bath, so that they can fill that particular bath or tank with the supply water of the well also. So it was really automatically connected with each other. The well as well as the bath was internally connected, so that the water can fill the tank of the bath, so that the people can enjoy a great bath. The great bath measured, that the measurement of the bath visually, that is an average measure, 11.88 into 7.01 meters and 2.43 meters deep also. So the bath was quite deep also, my dear students, and 2.43 meters. Let us get that particular thing, 2.43 meters into height, into the feet also, so that we can measure along with us. So let us convert this meter into feet. So you can Google. I am teaching you a few more things, that how can you convert also easily meter into foot. I have written in Google. Now I will write over here how much deep it was written, 2.43. Let me write that, 2.43. Now you can see, my dear students, the bath was around 8 feet in height also, in deep also, 8 feet, and the average height of a particular human being is around 5 to 6 feet, 5 to 6 feet. That is the average height of the people. Now that particular great bath was having this much deep also, 7.97. you can see that is around 8 feet it was deep. And let us show you the length and the breadth also. 11.88 is the length, 11.88. let me convert that one also with the help of Google. You can see 38 or around 39 feet. 39 feet it was in length. My God, a great one. And 7.01 meter into breadth, 7.01 breadth. You can see that is around 23 feet in breadth also. So really that's why we are calling it as a great bath, because it is huge in depth, in length as well as in breadth. It is huge all around. That's why we are calling it a great bath. Now you can see there was an outlet to drain out the used water also. See how clever these people were, that they were having an outlet also, so that the wastewater, the used water, can be thrown out from the bath also, so that they can fill the tank once again with the fresh water to have a fresh bath. So really they were very clever, and we have learned and we are learning from them a lot. We have also created a lot of bath after learning from them. So there was an outlet to drain out the used water also. Really great mind they were having. The great bath was used for bathing and religious occasions. Now what is the use of the great bath? They were not using that great bath every time. They were just using that great bath for religious or on religious occasions, yani ke, in festivals or in religious occasions like Holi, like different type of festival they might be enjoying. So they were only using those great bath on religious occasions, because a large crowd can take a bath at the same time in the great bath together. That's why they created such great bath, so that everyone can take the bath at the same time with all together. Okay, my dear students, next topic is about the social life. है ना, वो लोग society में कैसे रहते थे, how they were living. So society was divided into many classes. Nowadays also you will find our society is divided into many classes: upper class, lower class, है ना, Dalit people, Ansari people. There are many type of people we have divided among ourselves, but the Almighty has not divided us. We the people have divided our society into different classes. So likewise they were also divided into many classes in those time also. The ruling class consisted of rich merchants and priests, means those who were ruling on that particular place, on that particular country, or on that region. They are actually the rich merchants. Merchants means the traders or the businessmen. So the rich businessman and the priest, they were the privileged class. Privilege means they were getting extra advantage, extra facilities, because they were rich and they were the priest. Priest को हम लोग अभी भी इज्जत करते हैं. We pay a lot of respect to the priest, whether it is Maulana or whether it is a Pandit, we or whether it is a father of the church, है ना. We used to pay a lot of respect to the priest people. So we used to also give a lot of extra facilities to those people also. We pay respect, we pay them some amount of money also whenever we get in the form of donation. So the rich merchants and the priests were just ruling on the people on at that time also, and they were enjoying privileged. Privilege means what? Extra facilities they were also getting. The second class comprised small merchants, artisans, and the craftsmen. Or second class का the upper class, the most upper class was the rich merchants and the priest. Now the second class, जो उसके नीचे वाले class के लोग थे, they used to consist of merchants, means small merchants, small traders, small businessmen. Even artists also, those who used to painting वाले जो artist होते हैं वो हैं, and even the crafts person, those used to make a lot of handmade goods, है ना. So these are the craftsperson. So they were included in the second class of the people in those time in Mohenjo-daro and Harappa cities. And the third group, now let us see who are these people. The third group consisted of poor laborers who lived in the outskirts of the city. Outskirts means outside the city. So these poor laborers, they used to come in the city and work, and they used to go back to the outskirts of the city, outside the city, and live there. So these are really poor people, and they are being classified here as the third group. पुअर लेबरर्स, बहुत गरीब जो है काम करने वाले लोग, लेबर टाइप के लोग जो है, उनको थर्ड क्लास में रखा गया है. और इनको शहर में रहने के लिए अलाउ नहीं है. दे वर नॉट अलाउड टू लिव इन द सिटी एज दे वर पुअर. They have to live outside the city. Outskirts means outside the city. Then there were the farmers also, who lived and worked in the villages. So there is another class of people who were especially the farmers, and they used to live and work in the villages. So these are the four classes of the people, my dear students. The first one is the rich merchants and the priests. Second one, the small merchants, artisans, and the craftsmen. And the third one, the poor laborers who were living outside the city. And the fourth one, the farmers who were living in the villages only. Even they were not also living in the cities, they were living in the villages, and they were doing agriculture work. So these were the social lives, these were the people who were divided. And let us see about the food also. The Harappans grew wheat and barley to make bread. तो वो दो टाइप के प्रोडक्ट्स जो है वो ग्रो करते थे, wheat and barley to make bread, यानी चपाती या रोटी बनाने के लिए. Sesame and mustard oil they were using for oil purpose, है ना, सर में लगाने के लिए या तेल को छानने के लिए, whatever they were using sesame and mustard oil. And the Indus people were the earliest people to produce cotton. So that is quite important for MCQ, my dear students. Who were the first one who were using cotton, who were producing cotton? The Indus people, the people who were living in around the Indus Valley River. They ate what they were eating. They were eating vegetables. They used to eat fruits and dates. Dates मतलब आपको पता है खजूर, खजूर जो होता है. So they were using vegetables. They were using fruits and dates. They used to domesticate a large number of animals, including dogs and cats, and possibly pigs, camels, and horses also. They used to domesticate all these animals so that they can make use of them. They can use the milk and they can use the meat of these animals. Even they were using dogs and cats also. So these were about the food, my dear students, that what type of food they were using, you know. Next is about the dressing and the ornaments that we will discuss in our next class tomorrow. That is all in this class, my dear students. Please stay at home and stay safe. Don't come out of your house. Be in their house only. That's all in this class.
Hope that you have liked the video, and we will meet again in our next video release of the tutorial. And if you are new to this channel, please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon to get the information of the next release of the tutorial. Please share it with your friends and others also. Thank you for the time being. Take care. Stay at home. Bye bye. Take care.